Hey, JC here again. Day 2, or 21 days until the diagnosis. I told you I'd do this every day just to let you know the kind of emotions and feelings that I'm going through, so maybe you can relate to that same kind of thing. So the last 24 hours has been real interesting. I really feel good about doing the video, so I feel that I'm fulfilling something of benefit while I'm still here. If that's going to be the outcome, I don't know. And I stay positive about this. It's funny, you know, even though there's only 21 days, it's like I feel like, yeah, I can do something, you know. So it's like, oh, you know, you want to exercise, you want to start eating good, you want to do all the things that should have been doing the whole time. It's just amazing that when something of trauma or pain comes into your life, how you readjust the values of what's important in your life. Because values, what you value is really just a state, a feeling that you consider to be really important. And what you consider to be really important changes throughout your life. So right now, guess what's really important? My health. That's right. So, you know, it's like now all of a sudden I'd be able to find time to exercise and do these kinds of things where I didn't have it before because it wasn't a high value. So your values really play an important part of what you do in your daily life. And my Easiest Way to an Effortless Life audio program, I talk about this, and I'm going to have plenty of time in the next 21 days to talk to you about that, you know, because really life has been really good for me because I follow these principles. This was sort of a stupid thing of not knowing that I was predisposed possibly to colon cancer and not getting colonoscopy after I turned 50 and I knew it, you know. It's like I even talked to people saying, you know, I really need to do this, and you just need to pay attention to the things that come into your mind. This is your intuition, and you really need to follow your intuition because it really will lead you in the right direction. I usually follow it 100%. I'm not sure what happened this time, but so in the last 24 hours we've had a lot of rain. I can hear the thunder off in the distance here now. It's going to rain again. And rain is one of the things obviously I like water, as you can tell, and I like rain. And this is rainy season in Thailand. So I just stopped last night when it really started to rain, and really to listen to the sound. I love the sound of water. I always have. So now's the time to stop and smell the roses, so to speak. I like to smell roses, by the way. I like to smell gardenias. I want to go get some gardenias and just soak in the aroma. You know, remember the show Seinfeld? One of the things I loved about the show, and I think a lot of other people did too, was the character Kramer. Kramer knew how to live in the moment. He was always 100% into whatever he was doing. You know, he didn't think about, is it right, it's wrong, even his looks, everything, you know? It's like he was in the moment. I think that's why we all appreciated Kramer, that character. And I remember one time, I think it was a show about, I think it was called a Mackinac peach or something. And he waited all year for this peach, and the peach, he says, you don't understand, it's a Mackinac peach. Oh, it's just so good. And so we're coming into lychee season here, and I don't know if you know what lychees are, but they're round, juicy fruits. It's hard to describe. They're just coming into season, so they're not completely ripe, but when they are, you can get these really big ones that are just so good. It's one of my favorite fruits. It's also mango season here, and there's a type of mango called Nam Doc Mai. Nam Doc Mai is, I think it came originally from Vietnam. This mango is like candy. I love it. So yesterday I cut open one and just savored it. And savoring is what I need to do. Savoring is what all of us need to do. Savor the moment. How many times have you taken a shower and you like the feeling of the water on your body? Usually we're thinking about what we need to do after we finish the shower. We never feel the water. You know, when we hug somebody, do we really hug them? When you eat something you like, do you taste it? It's funny, I saw a show one time about why Americans are obese. And they said, we don't understand. It can't be just the diet, because in France, the French food is really high in fat. You know, a lot of sauces, and they're rich sauces and gravies and things. And so they went and interviewed, and one of the people said, well, you don't understand. You know, there's a couple differences between the French people and American people. One is our portions aren't supersized, you know, gigantic. You know, they don't drink Cokes that are bigger than the frame of the camera. Anyway, they don't supersize everything. They eat small portions. They also, when they eat, it's a social event. They said, you know, you go to America and we see people driving down the road in the car eating a slice of pizza or eating a hamburger. When they eat, they take the time to eat. It's a social thing. They're with their friends, their family, they talk and they enjoy and they savor the food. A lot of European countries, they fall behind us in some economic aspects, but in the quality of life they surpass us. They know that it's the quality of life that you're after, the quality of the moment. I had a friend of mine, his name is David, and I haven't seen David for quite a while, but I remember he was actually a software developer, and he sold his company for quite a bit of money. And I said, Dave, what are you going to do now? He says, I'm going to enjoy the aesthetics of the moment. And I thought, wow, that's really profound. You know, that's what we all should be doing, is enjoying the aesthetics of the moment. So I'm trying to take the time now to enjoy, to savor the things that I really like. Yesterday when I finished the video, I took my shoes off, stepped in the water here and just stood and looked at the water, listened to the sound. It was amazing. I love it. So now I'm going to stop and enjoy the aesthetics of the moment, of all the things that I like to do. So if you like to look at a beautiful woman walking down the street, stop, savor it. Or a handsome guy, savor the moment. A beautiful flower, the sound of thunder, the feeling of water when you take a shower, the taste of the things you like to eat. So many people say, oh, I love coffee, I love this, I love that. And I watch them eat it, and they're on the phone talking or doing something that they don't even know they did it when they're finished. They didn't get the benefits. I'm a believer that the benefits of you savoring whatever it is surpasses whatever the negative effects of whatever's in it diet-wise or nutritional-wise. I think if you want to eat ice cream, eat the best ice cream and savor it. Forget about the fat. You know, right now I'm wishing I ate more ice cream. I wish I did a lot of things I didn't do because I thought, well, you know, maybe it's not so healthy to do these things. Well, the truth of the matter is we don't know how much time we have. We have to savor the moments. And that comes into the fact, you know, the beliefs that you have. Back to beliefs and values. You know, it's the easiest way to ever live life. There's like 10 distinctions to actually flow through life and have things come into your life. I'm hoping health comes into my life now. But we'll go through some of these distinctions, but the first one is knowing exactly what it is that you want. Okay? And you know, you can get the material things through a spiritual mind, through a spiritual life. You can get the material things. But the funny thing about it is, when you get that spiritual mindset and you live in that moment, you don't need the material things anymore. But it can be what you strive for and say, okay, I want these things, and if this is the way it happens, you know, by being in this frame of mind, well, that's cool, I'll try this. Well, that's what I hope for. Because then you realize once you get in that frame of mind, you feel like you already have all these things anyway. But know what it is that you actually want. Okay? So, I want feelings. Now, I can get things right now to feel the feelings that I want. But really, it's the feelings that I'll feel that I want from having those material things. Does that make sense? So, know what it is you want. You can put down all the material things you want. Write these down. Then write down what feelings would they give me if I actually had them. That's what you actually want. And I told you yesterday, I think what everybody ultimately wants is to feel love. What they felt when they were in the womb, when it was warm. And all it was a feeling of peace. It was quiet. And it was just about creation and love. I think that's what we really want. So, know what it is you want. Know what these feelings are. And then we'll talk about how to get them filled. Okay? So anyway, that's my video for today. Hope it's been helpful. Really interesting. These next few days are going to be quite a test, you know? So, if you're going through something like this, oh, by the way, I don't know if anybody's going to see this video at all, but if you do, leave a comment. I live in Thailand. One of the things about being in Thailand, and I just got a divorce, go figure, just got a divorce a couple months ago, so I'm alone. You know, I don't have a lot of friends over here because I was married. I didn't need a lot of friends. I really had a lot of things I was doing, and didn't really connect out with a lot of people here, especially foreigners. Now foreigners, you can go up if you know them and give them a hug. Thai people, you don't do that. Touching here is not really a cool thing to do. You know, maybe in private, but not in public. So, you're my hugs. If you watch this, pass on a hug, okay? Also pass on the video to other people. Either like it, bookmark it, become a friend. If you can find some place to put links back to the video, I'd really appreciate it, because the more people see this, I think, is a good thing. And there's a lot of people that go through pain and trauma in their life. It might not just be from a health issue. So all these things come into play. All right? So you're my hugs. Give me a hug. I appreciate it. And we'll see you tomorrow.